So maybe
is going to...
Hello and welcome everyone to Inside Jacksonville, a production of the University of North Florida's Department of Communication and the CW17. I'm Shafalika Bhatnagar.
And I'm Nathan Dean. We're here each month for stories about life on our favorite coast, the First Coast. Well, what's better than working on your schoolwork and dancing at the same time? Inside Jacksonville's Tiariana Bryant shows more about Don't Miss a Beat, an organization that helps kids and teens work on their craft while still focusing on the importance of school.
Don't miss a beat, find your rhythm. The arts are a bridge to a better life. That's the motto of local organization Don't Miss a Beat.
Edith Brown Ford Community Center is home to Don't Miss a Beat organization, where the youth come to express themselves creatively through music, dance, and theatrics, while still focusing on their academics.
Kids come to us maybe failing grades, not doing well socially. These kids find their place here at Don't Miss a Beat.
Don't Miss a Beat aims to create a family-style supportive environment for the youth who attend.
Our goal is to just create successful young human beings that will eventually evolve into adults that will make the world better.
According to Ulysses Owen Jr., Artistic Director, Don't Miss a Beat has helped over 1,000 children over the last 11 years.
I dance and act, and with those talents, I plan to take it through college and also become an entrepreneur with the arts business. So like helping other children through the arts, like Don't Miss a Beat does.
Children are the voices and the faces of tomorrow. If we can really implant the right seed into their minds and get them thinking differently, we will have a different world. You cannot have a different world without different children.
Tiariana Bryant, Inside Jacksonville.
And for more information on Don't Miss a Beat's organization, head over to unftv.com.
A local Jacksonville charity is making a huge difference. Inside Jacksonville's Kevin Beaugrand takes a look into how this charity impacts the lives of some special kids in our community.
Dreams Come True is a locally based nonprofit that's dedicated to brightening the lives of children and the families of children fighting life-threatening illnesses. The organization fulfills the dreams of kids who live in or are treated in the Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia area. Savannah Latinen is one of those dreamers.
So my daughter Savannah was diagnosed with metastatic Ewing sarcoma in November 2017. And so that is a life-limiting and life-threatening condition. And so we were matched up with Dreams Come True through the hospital social worker. And we met Ashley on the floor at the hospital. And then they've just been a huge support to us throughout her treatment.
So the great thing with Savannah and her family is that even though they haven't gone on their dream yet, we have continuously done so many things for them. A couple things include our Dream Day celebration, where she got to go and dress as Ariel out at our celebration that was for 50 other children, in which all we do is celebrate them, celebrate their bravery, celebrate who they are.
And she got to ride in a car and walk down a red carpet with people screaming and cheering for her, which was very emotional as a parent watching that. It was amazing.
Dedication boards line the walls of the Dreams Come True office, paying homage to the nearly 4,000 dreams they've made come true. They've never had a waiting list or turned away an eligible child, but with a constant influx of dreamers comes a constant need for donations and community support.
When anybody donates to Dreams Come True, 100% of the proceeds go strictly towards children's dreams unless the donor designates it otherwise. So that's how our dream part is fulfilled. But at the same time, we have other donors, individuals and businesses who know that we need to operate. And so they donate towards our very limited administrative expenses.
The Dream Patio offers people another great way to give back to the Dreams Come True Foundation. Bricks and pavers are available to purchase, and they can have their own inscriptions engraved in them. It's also a great place for dreamers and their families to come and hang out outside while they're at the Dreams Come True office.
I mean, it's a really great place for anybody in the community just to make their mark on Dreams Come True and show their support or the difference that we've been able to make for them, and it's always going to be there.
And as for Savannah and her dream?
I said, you could do anything. And so at first she said, well, let's go see Aunt Freya, which is my sister-in-law who lives in Alabama. And I said, well, you can dream a little bit bigger than that. She's like, okay, well, I think I want to meet all of the princesses. And I said, oh, that's awesome. Like, what a good one. And she's like, but on a cruise ship.
Looks like someone has a Disney cruise in their future. Kevin Beaugrand, Inside Jacksonville.
If you would like to get involved or give back to Dreams Come True, head over to unftv.com to learn more.
And coming up, we'll see more new additions to the farmers market.
But first, after the break, we'll hear how a local man is helping others overcome disability the way he has.
Inside Jacksonville.
Coming up, we'll take a look at some other big stories in the Jacksonville community.
A severe motorcycle accident caused a local Jacksonville man to lose his leg. Inside Jacksonville's John Biasotti saw firsthand just how much this life-altering injury affected this man's life and how much courage he has.
Jacksonville local Gibraltar Lopez lost his leg in a motorcycle accident just 1 mile from his home. Now he hopes to inspire others with his amazing recovery.
I was on my way home from the gas station on my bike. A truck just like appeared in front of me, kind of like hitting a wall at 45 miles per hour. Basically, I didn't have a knee anymore. My entire knee with 4 inches of femur got left somewhere back at the road. Option A was a knee fusion. Basically, you're looking at a stiff leg your entire life. Option B was a little bit more intense, but it would promise you 90% back to regular life at least, which was amputation. That's what I had to do to get back to a normal life and get back to work, get back to my family, and bend my knee again. Isn't that that's what I had to do?
It was at this gas station where Gibraltar lost his leg, but he found a strength he had buried inside.
Since the minute one the accident happened, it's been, hey, stay positive. It's a big traumatizing, but it's only traumatizing if you let it. I'm getting a prosthetic leg, so this is only for a little bit.
That night when they told us about that amputation was one of the possibilities, in my head was like, how are we gonna tell him? The next day when they told him, once we saw him like that, then it's like, okay, if he's like that, and then we can be okay.
But Gibraltar isn't just planning on surprising his family. He wants to help others.
I want to go to hospitals or go to houses and people that are kind of lost at the moment, maybe after they see me and I share them my story, tell them I was in the same situation, they can hopefully react the way I did, positively.
John Biasotti, Inside Jacksonville.
And for more information on Gibraltar's recovery, head over to unftv.com.
We all want what is best for our furry children. Hannah Shiver talks to a local pet sitting business dedicated to an award-winning service.
Doug Keeling has always had a passion for animals, but in early 2014, he decided to take that passion to the next level. That's when he started Bad to the Bone Pet Care, and after that, his life changed forever.
Currently have a team of 13 pet sitters covering 5 counties. That's their entire Jacksonville area, dipping into some of St. Augustine, as well as everything along I-4 from Ybor City all the way to Disney World.
Bad to the Bone Pet Care holds weekly park days here at Confederate Dog Park on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday mornings. Bad to the Bone offers many different services, but if you can't find something that fits your needs, they are more than willing to accommodate.
Every client's different, every family's needs are going to be different, so even though we have listed packages on our website, we always tell our clients everything is customizable.
Doug says that he owes all of his success to his clients and wouldn't be where he is today without them. That's why he came up with a unique way of keeping everything organized and easily accessible to further provide great service to his clients.
We have our very own payment and scheduling system. You can access this through our app or by logging in on our website. Clients go on there to make scheduling requests, make their payments. They can even upload their vet records. They can leave us notes for the sitters and the walker. And all of this correlates with a barcode that actually goes on the client's fridge. And when a pet sitter or dog walker arrives to perform the requested service, they scan this barcode with their phone, and it sends a ping to the client and to myself saying that the sitter is there, and then it tracks their GPS as well as times them as long as they're scanned in.
And after only being in business for a couple of years, Bad to the Bone won an award they were immensely grateful to receive.
We actually voted Bold City Best Pet Sitting Service 2 years in a row, 2016 and 2017. That's something that was absolutely life-changing and business-changing on a lot of different levels. It's something that I will always owe all of my clients and friends and family an immense amount of gratitude for that happening.
Doug is so proud of what he created and plans on only going up from here. Hannah Shiver, Inside Jacksonville.
To catch the full story on Bad to the Bone Pet Care, go to unftv.com.
For over 100 years, the Jacksonville Farmers Market has been bringing us fresh food from local farmers every day from dawn until dusk. Inside Jacksonville's own Katie Thomas went out to meet with some vendors and give us the scoop on what kind of new treats we can find there.
When you shop at the farmers market, you can enjoy the open air along with a festive market atmosphere. Farmers from across the area proudly display their hand-picked produce and assorted food items. Here you can usually find more than the average veggies you would find in the grocery store. They also carry many seasonal ethnic foods. At the farmers market, you can find everything you need in fresh produce.
Sometimes we have some stuff a lot of Hispanic people look for, like dried peppers, like cactus pads, aloe vera. In the summer we have more things like prickly pear, and a lot of people like to look for soursop and jackfruit and gooseberry.
Your local farmers market is a great place to come and support local farmers while getting great fresh produce at a fraction of the price that you can normally get it at a chain grocery store.
You can even find fresh seafood caught right here on the First Coast from the market's only seafood vendor, JR, who's been a vendor at the farmers market for over a decade. The market is always welcoming new and exciting vendors, like their newest vendor, Honeycomb Heroes.
Umatilla is where we have we call the honey house. It's where we do our extractions, we store our honey, we bottle it down there. So we try to use as much as we can from the beehive. We treat our hives organically. We try to recycle our wax out every so often. So if there's any buildup of, any of these pesticides, herbicides, or insecticides on the wax, that it's not staying in their beehives for a long period of time. So we try to get the wax recycled out so that it's healthy for the bees.
No matter the season, the farmers market is a great place to shop local. Katie Thomas, Inside Jacksonville.
And the farmers market offers a unique shopping experience for people of every age. To read the full story on the Jacksonville Farmers Market, go to unftv.com.
Coming up next on Inside Jacksonville, we take a look at some of our favorite stories from the spring 2019 season.
The first story we'll look back at is how Raines High School overcame all odds and came out as champions. Welcome back to Inside Jacksonville.
For our last two stories, we'll take a look at how two lovers fought to overcome immigration hurdles, and how a local organization is helping give power to survivors of human trafficking.
But first, the 2018 high school football season at Raines opened under a cloud of violence. Inside Jacksonville's Jessica May shows us how the team overcame the adversity in a championship way.
Fall Friday nights are for football, high school football. But on this opening night at Raines, a triple shooting left a former student dead and a head coach trying to mentor his team through a tragic off-field life lesson, much more important than the loss on the field.
How we can move forward. We have a lot of season ahead of us, and guys just took the whole attitude and approach that we're going to get better, we're going to learn from all of this, and we're going to turn it around into something positive, and they did just that.
We really ain't paying no attention. That was outside of the field house. We all just came together and played as one and not let that stop our season.
Coach Wiley and the other coaches, they got us together. We bonded together, and they was like, you just gotta be together now more than ever, because now everybody trying to count us out.
The Reigns Vikings overcame adversity and did not let the tragedy define them. They went on to the state championship to compete for a second year in a row. Wiley continues to instill life skills to this nationally ranked team.
The road to success, there's a lot of highs, and there's going to be some lows, and it's how you overcome them is going to define who you are.
The Vikings' road to repeating was a dominant one, with the team outscoring their opponents 137-9.
When they actually hit 00, it was a lot of things running through my mind, but first thing I went to my mom and my dad in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? I gave them big hugs, and it was a good feeling to have that day. It was good.
It was a surreal moment. You know, I was just thinking about, you know, all the great players, all the great coaches, the moments of Reigns football. And I just thought, you know, to be a part of this was just wild. I was thinking back to back. You know, I just kept in my mind saying back to back. Unbelievable.
The Vikings are already looking ahead to the 2019 season.
What has the 2019 team accomplished? And everyone would say nothing. Well, then we have work to do.
Overcoming adversity is just something Reigns knows how to do, and they are nothing short of dominant. Jessica May, Inside Jacksonville.
The Reigns football team is very inspiring, and they're hoping to see a three-peat for championships in the 2019 season. And from all of us here inside Jacksonville, we wish them the best of luck on that journey.
Immigration is currently a polarizing debate in America. Inside Jacksonville's Piotrusz Klisz talks to a young couple that had to fight to be reunited after being separated on their way home from vacation.
Immigrating to the U.S. is an expensive and complicated process that can sometimes take a decade or more. A local Jacksonville couple was torn apart while on vacation because of a simple oversight in the visa process. For Sam and Morgan Wick, what was meant to be a romantic integration of two cultures turned into a year-long nightmare.
When Sam and I went on a vacation to England in 2015, we kind of joked about the fact that he wouldn't be let in back into America because he was on a student visa at the time, but we never thought that it would actually happen and come true. So when we were at the airport to leave England, I checked in fine with my passport and everything, and then when it was Sam's turn to check in, she started flipping through the passport and started asking a lot of questions and calling a supervisor over.
The gentleman came out. We did a bit of back history, see what it was all going, how it was, see if he can help us. He went away for 5-10 minutes, came back, and he put his arm around me, and he just said that, I'm just going to be honest, you're not going to be flying today.
So when I landed in America on my own from the trip, my parents were there to see me, and they were so excited to see me, and I was obviously super upset because of what had happened. And we just kind of thought it would be maybe like a week or two. He just had to go to the embassy, get his visa or passport renewed, and then he'd be right back home. We had no idea that it would take as long as it took. So after all of his failed attempts of him trying to get back into the country, we just kind of talked to our families and had long talks with each other and just decided that we had been together for 2.5 years and let's just get married and see how it goes, get him back into the country.
We were away from each other from 2016 January till October 2016.
It was very hard to be long distance. From America to England, depending on the time of year, there's a 5 to 6 hour difference. So he would be FaceTiming me really late at night for him, but it would be right after I got off work here. So once we decided to get married, we hired an immigration lawyer, and we had to provide all sorts of proof to say that we were actually getting married and in love with each other.
After nearly a year of proving their love to international embassies and immigration lawyers, Sam and Morgan won the case and were finally reunited. That day, love beat the system.
So Sam and I have now been married for 2.5 years. We are expecting our first baby in June, and we live in Atlantic Beach, Florida. And we can look back now and laugh at what happened because it was so long ago, but we're happy now and we're excited to be parents.
Piotrusz Klisz, Inside Jacksonville.
It is a lesson to all of us that the American immigration process can be complicated, and although at times it seems unfair, it applies to everyone.
Human trafficking is an issue that has impacted people across the world. Inside Jacksonville's John Biasotti tells us about how a local nonprofit is taking on this global issue.
According to the state of Florida, the Sunshine State is ranked third in the nation for human trafficking. While January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month, at Rethreaded is the central focus behind this local nonprofit, helping victims of this often overlooked crime.
So we're working with women to equip them to get whatever they need to reclaim their lives. That I want women to know how talented they are, what they're capable of, and what their value is. We provide mental health services. We have a mental health counselor on staff. We have a survivor mentor on staff. We provide care management.
Rethreaded has affected the lives of women across the country. And although this is the only location right now in Jacksonville, Florida, Keene has plans to expand in the near future.
So we've been donated land with a building on it. So we're hoping in the next year to do some fundraising and get funds and rehabilitate that building. And that will immediately double our capacity, and then build a second building which would increase our capacity to where we'd never have to say no to a woman who's ready.
The efforts haven't gone unnoticed. The work Rethreaded is doing to make a mark nationally has been recognized across the country.
About 2 weeks ago, we were on an episode of Project Runway All-Stars, that we were the chosen nonprofit of the episode. So then we got to work with the winning designer to create a new line for Southwest Airlines, inspired by the winning design. And then we got to launch it, and then we got to make national news and got in the New York Times and Forbes, and it was a really cool partnership.
If you're looking at gifts for a woman in your life, Rethreaded has lots of items to choose from. Anyone wanting to volunteer can do so every Thursday and help end human trafficking, one thread at a time. John Biasotti, Inside Jacksonville.
And Rethreaded continues to improve the lives of women in the Jacksonville area. For more information on how to get involved, go to unftv.com. Well, that's a wrap on this edition of Inside Jacksonville.
If you missed anything from today's program, just visit our website, unftv.com, where you'll find expanded versions of our stories, photos, interviews, and other extras. Again, that's unftv.com.
And you can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at InsideJacksUNF. Thank you for joining us.
We had an amazing time, and thank you for watching. From all of us here at Inside Jacksonville,